Hi folks, Greeno here. Where am I today? Well, it's a bit of a special video today. Now, a while ago, a month or so back, you might remember I went up to London and met up with Greeno Eats, and we did a video together on his channel where we went to an Indian restaurant called Phall, just off the Strand in London, and we had a really hot Naga chili curry. Well, I say we, I ate, Gary had a mouthful and collapsed into a wet puddle. Anyway, he'd said, if I can eat that, I've got to take on the Phall challenge like he did. So that's what I'm doing today. I've come down to Portsmouth, this restaurant called the Akash. Now this is a bit of a special restaurant to me. I went to university in Portsmouth in the mid-90s, and this was our go-to curry place if we were out and about, maybe with the football team, maybe just on a little night out. It was inexpensive and tasty. And I remembered that they did a Phall back in the day because one of my mates had one and got into a spot of bother with it, if I'm honest. So I got in touch with them and asked if they would do a Phall for me. They've agreed to it. So I'm down here. Let's go and have a little look around and I'll tell you how the video is going to work. So I've got to say, I really like it in here. It's what you call a sort of proper old school Indian restaurant. You've got wallpaper with bits of elephants and stuff on, Indian shaped mirrors and stuff around, Indian shaped little windows between the two different parts of the restaurant. I've got to say a big thank you to the team here for allowing me to come in. They're going to do this Phall for me, even though it's not on the menu anymore. They don't really recommend people eating it, unsurprisingly. And they've allowed me to come and take over half the restaurant at the moment. I'm here really early, so they're not busy yet, but I've come over and taken over a little bit of the restaurant so that I'm not disturbing any of their customers. So really good of them to look after me like this. So I'm going to have a little look at the menu. And what I'm planning to do, I'm not just going to come in here and review a Phall because I don't think that's fair on the restaurant. It's probably not going to be an enjoyable experience. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to order a starter, I'm going to order a main, a couple of sides of bread, that sort of thing, as if I was doing a normal review, and we'll review that as per normal. Then we'll get the Phall on the go and see how far I get. God help me. But I think that's the fairest way to do it for the restaurant. Give them a proper review in the first place. Hopefully they're not listening if I don't like it, because that'll make the Phall worse. I'm sure I will though. Memory serves me right, this was a good place to get a curry. This is a really interesting part of the restaurant here. There's loads of football memorabilia. Now, as I remember from when I lived back down here, this restaurant was a big supporter, sponsoring stuff at Portsmouth Football Club. And as you can see, there's plenty of memorabilia around here. There's stuff from David James there, Glenn Johnson. And they've also got awards and stuff around here. Actually displaying awards, not just saying they're award winning like some places do. So it's pretty impressive stuff. Now this place has been open for almost 50 years, like I said, all in the same family. It's the sons of the original owner who've opened it up now. And yeah, they're doing a great job by the sound of it. Anyway, let's have a little look at this menu. As you can see here, we have a range of starters and all your usual kind of curry classics. There's baltis, biryanis, madras, kormas, all that sort of stuff. And then they do have some of their specialities here. If we take a look over this side of the menu, so these are things that they specialise in in-house. All kinds of different interesting things there. Always a Naga chicken. I wonder if Gary would enjoy that. I think he might prefer the lamb shank, to be honest. And then all the sort of sundries and side dishes down there at the bottom. They also have a student meal deal as well, which is probably the sort of thing we were taking advantage of back in the day. And on the back of the menu here, a range of drinks, lots of different wines. Of course, they've got Cobra and Kingfisher, as you'd expect. And a bunch of soft drinks too. So I was just having a chat with Faz, the owner of this place now, and it's clear he's got a real passion for what he does. Really seems to enjoy it. Really passionate about the food and making sure he gets it right. So I think I'm in for a treat here. Best I got some stuff ordered, I reckon. Okay guys, what I've ordered for a starter is their mixed kebab. So we've got some chicken tikka on here, some lamb tikka, some lamb kofta, lots of kind of fried onions, peppers, some fresh salad on there too, and a load of different chutneys and sauces. I've also got some mixed poppadoms here. So we've got the spiced poppadom and the regular poppadom, and the ever popular chutney tray. All the different kinds of chutneys there. There's a sort of mint yogurt, lime pickle, mango chutney, all that sort of stuff. Now you don't get this in every Indian restaurant around the country. I got the FA Cup and an Olympic torch behind me. So that's pretty cool, I reckon. As we all know, I'm a big football fan. Bournemouth never won the FA Cup, but Portsmouth have. So that's why they got one here. So let's start off with a little bit of the poppadom. I'm going to try the spiced one first. Got all sorts of different little seeds in there. We'll try it as is. You can't beat poppadoms in an Indian restaurant. There's just something about the way they do it that just can't be replicated at home, isn't there? That's really tasty. Regular poppadom here as well. Nice and crispy. Nice delicate flavour to it. Now the mint yogurt sauce is my favourite generally, so we'll try that first. Lovely and creamy. A little hint of mint in there. We'll try the mango chutney too. Nice and sweet. That's nice mango chutney, that. And some lime pickle. Now this is always a little bit fiery, very sour. Kind of an acquired taste really, but I quite like it. It really zings in your mouth. It's got chilli, it's got sourness. It's a really interesting flavour. Okay, we're going to move on to this starter plate. Actually, one thing I will mention before I tuck into this, I was just chatting with Faz, the owner. He has his own YouTube channel, which I'll link in the description of this video. And on there, they actually have the recipes for everything that's available in the restaurant. They show you how everything is made, so you can replicate it all at home, which I think is pretty cool. So, goodness me, there's so much good stuff on here. I don't even know where to start. Blimey. Let's go with this little lamb kofta here. So it's like almost like a little sausage, isn't it? A lamb kofta. Minced lamb, spiced up. Here we go. Have a look at that. Oh wow, that's good. Really nice, subtle spicing in there. The lamb is beautiful. Let's pick up some of this kind of red chutney that's on the plate to go with it too. Oh, that's a nice kind of rich chutney there. I don't know actually what's in it, but it is nice. Kind of sweet and tangy. So that's a success. Lamb kofta. We move on and we actually have some lamb tikka in here as well. Now, so that's just marinated lamb, cubed and then barbecued. And again, have a look at this. Really nice colour to it. Lovely and tender when I cut it in half there. That just melts in your mouth. And again, no aggressive flavouring in there. Nice and subtle. Wow. Such a lovely flavour. Pick up a few of these little veggies. Like I say, it's peppers, there's onions, and they're cooked, but just cooked. So there's still a little bit of bite to them. No raw flavour. Goodness me, it's a good portion on here for a mixed tikka starter as well. This I think was $6.95. You've got 3 good chunks of lamb on here. Same with the chicken. It's a nice big old lamb kofta. I mean that's a chunky old thing there. Plus I've got an onion bhaji on here and all the veggies and the salad. Wow. We'll try the chicken tikka now. Now compare this to the chicken tikka I had recently when I went to the Gurkha in Weymouth. This is a different league. Lovely breast of chicken here. Red with the tikka spicing. That is really tasty. You can pick up again that subtle tikka marinade on there. It just enhances the flavour of the chicken. Nothing is overpowering. Try this little green sauce. Nice and fresh and herby. The salad again, so fresh. They get their vegetables and salad delivered every single day here. So everything is as fresh as can be. Last thing to try on this plate is the onion bhaji. It's got a good colour to it, nice crisp as on the outside as I'm cutting through it. Of course, the difficult thing with these things is making sure that they're cooked through in the middle before the outside is overdone. So let's give that a try. They've done that successfully. The onion on the inside is lovely and soft. The outside is really crispy. Goodness me, as a starter plate, it kind of showcases some of the abilities of the chefs here. This is excellent. Different meats, all marinated in slightly different ways, plus the onion bhaji, the salad and the sauces. Greeno is a happy, happy boy. Oh, and let's not forget, you'll have seen it lurking here in the side of the shop. We do have a lager here. Now, here they serve both Kingfisher and Cobra. I asked them which was best. They said they're both good. The Cobra is by far the more popular, so Cobra is what I've gone for. And I've got to say, it is a nice lager. Oh, I'm happy with this. Right, time to eat some more and wait for my main course to come. Right, I'm lucky today. I've been given some privileged access into the kitchen, and have a look at this. You can see all the chicken tikka cooking here in this tandoor oven. See the flame flickering down there in the bottom. It's cooking nice and low and slow. This is all marinated on site, cooked up this way, and then this is what will end up in anything that you order, a chicken tikka masala or any of that. Look at that. Nice little charring on the outside. That's all flavour there. Delicious. And here we go. This is the chicken tikka you've just seen in the tandoor there, actually going into a chicken tikka masala. Piping hot. Look at that sauce bubbling away. Smells amazing too. So this is the base gravy here as well. This is what's used in most of the curries, and then all the different spices get added in to give you the various different flavours and textures. They get through an awful lot of this stuff. There's another pan bubbling away in the kitchen. It's got 50 kilos of onions in the pot of the base sauce, so they're definitely getting through some of it. I am being treated here. Little tour of the kitchen and some great food. My main has arrived. Look at the size of this platter. This is a Rajasthani lamb that comes with some pilau rice and some salad on the side. Again, the smells from this are great. It's kind of like a dry-ish curry, not a very, very runny, saucy one. But again, like I say, the smells are brilliant. I've got a taka dal here as well, which is a lentil dish. Very, very nice. And we have a Peshwari naan, which, oh good lord, it's hot. Picking up the tray it's on, it's burning my fingers. But yeah, come in and have a closer look. Wow, I'm getting so much food here. I don't think I'm going to have room for the Phall afterwards, do you? Only joking. We'll crack on with this and leave enough room for the Phall challenge. I'm not getting out of it, don't worry. So, this plate looks really, really nice. And like I say, it's a huge platter. This I think was $17.95 on the menu, or $15.95 maybe. Whichever, it looks great value. So we'll start with the rice. Nice pilau rice. And the grains of rice are beautifully cooked. You can see there, individual grains, no clumping together at all. Very, very nice. The curry, again, we've gone with lamb because I'm going to have chicken in the Phall. It is cutting beautifully, so it's looking just as nice and tender as the ones were before on the starter plate. Wow. So it's a medium spiceless curry. It's rich with onions. Oh, yeah, there's all sorts in it. Little bits of tomato, little bits of pepper in there. Like I say, quite a thick sauce, not a runny sauce. Let's move these little bits of pepper out of the way so we can have a better look. And there's plenty of it. I mean, the portion here is exceptional. It really is. We've got a nice big piece of tomato in here that's been cooked up in the curry. That's lovely and soft. Really is lovely and soft. Just noticed the microphone was off for that last little bit, but I'm sure the sound quality will be fine. It's not that loud in here, so I think we'll be okay. So apologies if it sounds a little bit off. Anyway, back to this curry. I mean, it is just yummy. Perfect spicing. Nothing aggressive again in terms of one particular flavour. Nothing too aggressive in terms of heat. The salad here, just a simple salad, a little bit of carrot in there, lettuce, some herbs. Just provides a nice little freshness, a little crunch, and a contrast to the sort of spiced softness of the curry here. I tell you what, I used to come here, I mean we're talking 25 years ago, and I rarely have visited Pompey since I left, to be honest, not very often. But if I ever am back down here again, I'm going to be making a beeline for this place. The flavours, the portion sizes are excellent. So, just try a little bit of the curry sauce and the rice together. I can't describe how delicious it is. It really is good. Right, let's try this tarka dal now. Now, of course, this is a lentil dish. Again, should be reasonably mildly spiced. A nice lot of herb in there, some coriander, which I'm mixing in now, so that kind of warms through a little bit. And it's kind of thick. It's kind of like almost like a paste, you know? Like a thick rice pudding, if you like. So, we'll just give that a try. This is my favourite side at any Indian restaurant. You can taste, again, sensitively spiced, a little bit of ginger coming through. The lentils are soft as soft can be, but you can still see the shape and integrity of them. This has obviously been cooked long and slow to allow all those spices to come together. As you can see, they have deliveries from here as well. Just had the, was that a Deliveroo or Uber Eats or someone guy going past behind me? That tarka dal is just what I want from one. Nice fresh coriander in there, giving that little fresh burst when you chew on one of the leaves. Yeah, that's great. Let's try this Peshwari naan as well. So it's pillowy, that's for sure. This is obviously, again, cooked fresh on site in the tandoor. Just rip a bit apart. You can see the cooking on there, where that's been on the wall of the tandoor. You've got a nice kind of little, almost burning, charring on there. This is a Peshwari naan, so it's filled with coconut. It's nice and sweet. Specifically picked this one. I'm going to hang on to it because when the Phall comes, if it's really, really aggressively spicy, I think the sweetness of the coconut in here will help tone that down a bit for me. Let's dip it into this curry sauce a little bit. It's so good. I'm really glad that I got in touch with these guys to see if they'd do this Phall challenge for me. There's no curry restaurants, Indian restaurants close to where I live in Dorset that I've actually been to before that do a Phaal, and I didn't want to run the risk of going to a place that I didn't know whether it was going to be any good or not. And okay, I'm only going on the memories of 25 years ago for how I remember this place being good. They still are. It's still in the same family. They're still using the same methods, the same traditions. It's awesome. Will I be saying that when I get the Phall dish in a minute though? My opinion may well change. I'm going to be bagging up some of that to take home because there's no way I'm leaving any of it. I can't eat, obviously, a whole starter plate, all of this curry, side, naan bread, and then eat another Phall. Even Greeno's not going to do that. But I am taking it home because there is no way I'm wasting any of this food. It is great. I was chatting with the owner again earlier on. He told me that they had a live Chef of the Year contest. It was for the UK, but on Bangladeshi TV, and he won it. So I can see why. He's doing something right, that's for sure. Okay, the main courses have been cleared. As I explained, I'm going to keep the Peshwari naan here in case I need that sweetness. I've also got the yoghurt mint dip. I may end up having to just drink that, I think, if the Phall is too hot. But they're in the kitchen knocking it up now. Fingers crossed, we're not going to need medical attention. It's not a good look for a restaurant if they have to call an ambulance, is it? So here we are. This is the Phall cooking up. I've been given access back into the kitchen to see this. I've seen the amount of chili powder that's gone into it. It's a lot. It's a lot. This is going to have to be thinned down apparently because the chili powder thickens it up too much. Oh God. And I mean, it's hitting my nostrils already as the chili is cooking through. It's almost making my eyes water just being stood near it. And I've got to eat this in a minute. Wish me luck. So I've been out in the kitchen, chatting with the chef, chatting with the owner, watching the Phall being cooked up. They've decided it's not enough to do a Phall. We've got some naga going in there, we've got some green chilies going in there, some dried red chili flakes going in there, on top of the normal Phall. Now they tell me this is just going to add to the flavour, going to give it a slightly different flavour profile from just having too much chili powder in there like in a normal Phall. But surely it's going to make it hotter, isn't it? It's going to be like Phaal Plus, Super Phaal. I've got to drive home after this. What kind of state am I going to be in? And here it is, the bowl of volcanic lava I'm about to ingest. The smell of it is just, well, I can't even say it, outrageous, outstanding in a way, frightening in another way. Oh God, what am I about to do to myself? Gary, I blame you for this. This is all your fault, mate. Right then, I've got to tell you, my heart rate is increasing just thinking about eating this. It's ridiculous. I've got the FA Cup behind me. I think I should win a trophy just for trying this. So, I can't remember how well Gary actually got on when he did his Phall challenge. I know he didn't finish it. And when we did the Naga chili curry up in Paro in London, he didn't get very far with that at all, did he? I think he only had one spoonful, to be honest. So, I think if I get past that, we're winning, aren't we? Have you noticed I'm just talking to avoid doing it? Well, I'm assured though that this is going to have some flavour to it as well as the intense heat. So, I think just a tiny little taste first, a little bit of naan bread on standby, ease my way into it. Wow. The very first impression I got of that was, that's not too bad. It had a little sweetness. That didn't last. Try a bit more of this sauce. There is a sweetness to it, but that very, very quickly dissipates into something, well, almost indescribable. It is like putting your face into a fire. I mean, The guys here were right, it does have flavour, there's no doubt about that. It's not just an unpleasant bowl of chilli. There are, I mean, you can almost still pick out some of the other curry spices in there. But it is warm, there is no doubt about that. Let's see if we can get a bit of chicken here, not just eating the sauce. Hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler with the chicken in there. The chicken is lovely and soft. I can't really taste it, but the texture is nice. I want to say I'm kind of getting used to it, but I think it might just be because I can't feel my mouth anymore. But Gary, if you're watching, this is Phaal Plus going down. Phaal Plus. I mean, I don't know how much of it I'm going to be able to eat. My mouth has gone numb. My lips are feeling numb. I mean, even down my throat I can feel kind of like the feeling is disappearing. Wow. That piece of chicken was really hot. It wasn't even the sauce causing an issue then. Oh, the nose is running. The eyes are starting to water a little bit. But I'm doing it. I'll keep going. Come back to me near the end. One of the guys just came to check on me there, make sure I'm all right. Offered me some iced water. I think he was having a laugh, wasn't he? It's supposed to be the worst thing if you're in this kind of mess, isn't it? Anyway, let's crack on. I've got to a point, probably just over halfway through it now, and I'm starting to struggle, it has to be said. Tummy is starting to recognise what I'm putting into it. It's intense. It's intense. Sorry, I keep burping now, but we'll keep going until we can go no longer. I don't know whether it would have been a good idea to get some rice or something with this, whether that would have cooled it down a little bit rather than just trying to eat it as it is out of the bowl. But I just didn't want all the volume of food as well. Oh. I'm almost eating all the chicken now. Do you know what? I think that might be it. That might be it. I'll bring you in a little bit closer so you can see. Well, A, what a mess it's put me into. But B, how much is left. Just a little bit of sauce left here. Here at the bottom. Oh, I'm losing the ability to speak now. I mean, I've made a good effort. This was full up, obviously. I mean, this is Phaal Plus, obviously, as we discussed. The Phall curry with added Naga chili, added green chilies, added red chili flakes. Some bright lights just came on. Is that me being called into heaven? Could be. I'm still soldering on. I thought there's only a little bit left. We can't be beaten by it, can we? I was ready to throw in the towel, but I can't let you guys down, can't let Gary down. There's only really one big spoonful left in this bowl, but I can't eat it as a big spoonful. It just ain't happening. This is it. Look at that, all done. Throw in the trophy now. I'll get to take the FA Cup home with me. Oh. Wow. That's intense. Give me a minute and I'll come back to you and we'll do the outro and the rating and anything else that I remember that I'm supposed to do at the end of a video. I don't think my brain's working properly right now. Right guys, I've had a couple of minutes since I finished to compose myself. Greeno's tummy is not a very happy boy right now, but I think I'll be okay. So let's do a review of the restaurant as a whole, shall we? While I still just about have the ability to speak. The restaurant is exactly what you expect from an Indian restaurant. It's got those nice little touches around that make you kind of really feel at home. The staff here are excellent, they've really looked after me. Was allowed a little bit of access to film in the kitchen, which is nice. They've been coming and checking on me, particularly while I was doing the Phaal challenge, make sure I didn't need any medical attention. They've been really, really top notch, and the food has been excellent. The starter platter was delicious, really nice subtle flavourings on there. The main curry plate I had, absolutely outstanding. That lamb curry was spot on. The lentil dish was great. Peshwari naan, nice hint of sweetness. And do you know what? Even the Phall, I mean, it wasn't as unpleasant as I was expecting it to be, even though it was Phaal Plus. I think, in a way, that almost helped. I mean, the fresh chilies in there gave it almost a little fruitiness as well as the fire. Yeah, I think overall it's been a really great experience. I'm glad I came. So I better move on to a score. Now, I'm not going to score it based on the Phall. That's not fair. Everything else, though, has been a 5 out of 5, no doubt. It's been exceptional. The food, the service, the ambience, amazing. Does this get Greeno's green light? Absolutely. If you're ever in Portsmouth, Southsea specifically, I think it's called Albert Road that it's on, it's worth looking up. Almost 50 years of history in the family here. We had that with the Marlborough Fish Bar recently down in Weymouth. You can tell the quality there, and you can tell the quality here. Definitely come and try it. It's great. Right, I'm going to stop talking now because I'm a snivelling mess. If you've enjoyed this video where I've completed my Phaal Plus challenge, not just a Phaal challenge, a Phaal Plus challenge, then please leave a thumbs up. It does help the channel. And if you've enjoyed the video and you'd like to see some more, why not click the subscribe button, check out some more of their content, and hop aboard the Greeno bus. Yeah, I'm losing my mind right now. So anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.